Raw living is a state of mind, a way of being in alignment with your body. Raw living means you put yourself and your body first. Your host, Sidhu-Robb, is the founder of Nosh Detox, located in the UK. They offer innovative raw food smoothies sold across Europe. You experience it in your skin, your body, and your mind. And now it's time for Living Raw Radio.
Good evening, everybody. This is Sidhu-Robb calling in a few minutes late. I very much think we're going to enjoy today's guest because she is so unusual, so different, and she's trying to achieve things on an absolutely global framework, which is so different to everybody when you think, you know what, let me get up today and do what I have to do today. My guest today thinks, what can I do today that's going to help the entire universe, that's going to go global, that's going to help all the women in all the world. Bea, are you there? How are you?
I'm very well, and I feel very happy I can have this conversation with you. So
I know, I'm really excited. It's slightly, I'm sorry it took us a little bit to get to you, but that's okay. That's modern technology, and here we all are. But I think I said it the right way. The rest of the world thinks, okay, let's wake up, and what can we do today? And you wake up, and you think, okay, world, I'm here to do it.
What am I going to do today that's going to make the world better? And that makes me happy and fulfilled, so I can really live every day feeling really answering my calling and making a difference around me, and yet feeling very happy and fulfilled.
Yeah, no, and that's amazing. What generates that ambition, that drive? Because for most of us, it's quite hard to just get through the day.
Yeah, I think deep inside us, all of us have that calling. I think deep inside us, all of us, if we tune in and awake and feel that voice and the calling that says, well, you can do more than you can do today. You know, you can really fulfill why you're here on the planet. But I think most of us were not brought up that way or were not conditioned that way. So it's really a matter of like listening to the voice, awakening, and then aligning your whole life, you know, working with your family, your community to make that work so you can have it all. That's what I would do. Make you happy.
That's how you think. But, I mean, what started you off on this path? Because you were very successful. I mean, it's always funny to me where people come from. My background is a corporate lawyer, and now I act and behave and work as a healer and a well-being in the well-being world. And you came from a completely financial background.
Yeah. And I think you and I have very similar journeys, and a lot of women nowadays too, where I chose to study investment banking and monetary policy because I thought it was going to make me different, you know, successful, respecting in a society, and I will be in a position of power that I can make a difference because I didn't think I can earn a lot of money doing other things. So I made that decision very early when I was very young, and I do remember that decision, and that actually, you know, focused my whole life for the next 10 years to study banking, monetary policy, coming to Oxford University, studying risk management, wanted to be a governor cent banker, until the moment came that I woke up and realized if I continue that way, it's not going to make me happy, and I can make a difference being more of who I am and expressing truly who I am. And we do have these awakening calls. Sometimes we hear the signal naturally, and the universe is sending it to us. We wake up one day and think, oh, do I really want to do this? So I'm successful, but something is missing, and I don't know what it is. And a lot of us are getting that very gentle wake-up. And I think I did ignore it for a few years, even though I must have heard it, until I got a wake-up call in terms of my mother. When she was 60 years old, diagnosed with cancer, at a point in her life when she was finally happy she can live her life and do what she loves. And for me, that was the wake-up call, because she realized she didn't do everything she wanted, and she wasn't really living a fulfilled life. So I went on a journey, and I'm asking 3 fundamental questions that I think a lot of us are asking, or if not, we should be. And those questions are who I am, why am I here, and where am I going? Why did I come here actually on this planet? Mm-hmm. And if we all have this amazing ability to play the music that we came here to play as musical instruments, am I playing the music that I came here to play? And do I want to just be successful on my own, or do I want to actually come together with other people and play together, collaborate, create synergies to make the world a better place? So I think that was the wake-up from my side. But then I also tune into the future because I've always been visionary and futuristic. And I went on this journey for half a year, and I was just asking many people, what's happening on the planet? Where are we going? What's the future? What's the environment?
What do you see? Yeah. So you've got lots of other viewpoints.
Yeah, what do scientists think is going to happen? And I really inquire into the future of humanity and the world in 100 years. And then things I got made me quite concerned. Sometimes it made me distressed until I realized that actually we do have power to create a shift. And we do have power to create, a human presence on the planet that is sustainable, inclusive, so we can survive. So sometimes it can be scary when we learn these things, but it also gives us a privilege and opportunity. So for me, it was not anymore about, am I going to be fulfilled as a woman for my own sake, but it was a question of, how can I work on myself, my family, my community, so can I make a difference and collaborate with other people to make us sustain on the planet? And it wasn't feeling anymore about whether I want to. You just get this feeling there is no other way, like there is no other option.
That you're being led towards this particular place, and that was your next step.
Yeah, well,
so talk to me about
sleep.
Yeah, no, and really we spend most of our life in a waking sleep, I think. So I think for the world it's important not to do that. Talk to me about, Jiffy. What does it stand for? Because I tried to say this the other day and I remember not getting it in its fabulousness. Tell me what it stands for.
So Jiffy stands for the Global Institute for Extraordinary Women. And
this is the thing. I knew that was a wonderful... How did you come up with that?
First I came up with the word extraordinary women. And I know you did ask me about that. For me, extraordinary women are women whose vision is bigger than themselves and their immediate family, who really want to fulfill their potential and their purpose through collaboration with others. And I do believe that in 50 years this will become commonplace, but right now it's still extraordinary. So GFU is an expression of my vision and legacy, and you can imagine it as a platform, is a global platform for extraordinary women around the world who want to fulfill their potential and collaborate together to create synergies to ground the new paradigm through collaboration with men, bring it to their families, their society, their communities, to be the catalyst and to really leverage the opportunity to lead through the feminine leadership, through their feminine qualities, so we can move society to the next level of evolution. So
is that why you think is that why you think it's so much about women then?
No, I think that's where a lot of people confuse it. They talk about women and men. For me, it's more about feminine. We as women, we do have more feminine energy, so it's opportunity for us to step up, not only opportunity and responsibility to step up and lead, but men have that feminine as well. And for them, it's about being authentic and integrated as well, going to their heart, coming to wisdom, and really embracing their feminine qualities as well. So it's a role, it's a job for us as women and it's a job for us as men. But I do believe it's now for women to step up, an opportunity, responsibility to step up and lead, but through being integrated and authentic. Because if we are fully integrated and authentic, we fully embody our feminine qualities, which are the ones that make difference now. It's collaboration, nurturing, care, synergies, intuition.
So what
and
you're saying...
society is out of balance.
Right. So what you're saying, it's about both men and women, but bringing forward qualities that are inner feminine, the qualities that are based in those words that you used. They were fantastic. Say that again. So it was collaboration, intuition, nurturing, care, synergies, connection. These are all the qualities where society is lacking or we don't have enough of to be in balance, to be really inclusive, sustainable, and resilient society. And feminine qualities is also about resiliency. It's about connection, interconnectedness, about care. And it's for men and women to embody as well, but I do believe it's also for women a time and opportunity for us to step up and lead, If we come from a place of co-creative partnership, we come from a place of co-equal partnership, and if we understand we're equal, that sometimes it's time for men to lead, and they were leading. Now it's time for women to lead. It's not from a place of position, I'm better than you, but
at this point of humanity, if we are to survive on the planet and become sustainable and inclusive and resilient society, and keep our presence on the planet, who is actually going to make more difference to lead? And if we are out of balance of feminine, is natural women. But as you probably noticed as well, a lot of women who are in power or in business, they actually suppress their femininity. Because
I remember dressing it almost like a man when we went to work.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that is one of the biggest, mistakes or traps, that we think, yes, we can make a difference. We are in position of power, but we suppress our femininity, and that's not actually going to make a difference. That's why I talk about beyond diversity. It's not actually about having the number of women in the room or leading, but them being fully embodying, and integrated and authentic. That's what I believe will make a difference.
Well, yeah, no, and I completely agree with you. But you see this making a difference in transforming business, not just sort of transforming. One of the problems you get with this is that we tend to lose so many men in this journey and also some women, because it becomes a question of being touchy-feely and let's all have a love-in. And in fact, what I like about you is that you, and very much similar to me, we're not all about it just being a love-in. We're businesswomen, and what we do is about business as well. And you think that this has a large part with that.
Yeah, well, business nowadays became the biggest entity in a society. And the biggest, if you look at it holistically, because this is about creating an ecologically based civilization. And the biggest entity in a society needs to take responsibility for the whole. So right now it's business and organization. But if you look at it, that's actually where people show up every day, for 10, 12 hours a day. So if we can create organizations and businesses where people can really be expressed in a holistic way and the whole organizations are purposeful. And I'm not talking about the businesses, it's organization. When we work with scientists, we look at, the university where they function, their teams. If we talk to filmmakers, they have whole teams and communities around them. So for me, very important is diversity. That therefore, on the GFU platform, we work with filmmakers, scientists, TV personalities, PR people.
Sorry, 1 minute there. You don't say diversity in terms of color. You're talking about diversity in the offering.
Diversity in all its dimensions, right? So it can be diversity in terms of religion, diversity in terms of what part of society you're working in, diversity in terms of age. You have diversity in many different ways. So when we work with women, we intentionally look to bring women who are diverse together. In terms can be religion, in terms of culture, in terms of where they operate and make a difference in society, because it's about unity through diversity. It's about understanding that when we actively look for someone who is diverse, they can complement us, and the way we can create synergy is more powerful. Therefore, with more, with less, we can create more. And
okay, because there is the exponential value of what it is that you're adding into it.
Yeah. And, for example, when I was at the Forum for the Consciousness of Evolution of Consciousness at Sorbonne last year, one of the things I came away with, which was a bit worrying with me, but also made a lot of sense, was the quote which said, humanity has 5 to 10 years to figure out and choose whether we want to be or going to be an ecologically based civilization or an extinct species. An ecologically based civilization based on ecology, on diversity, and on unity through diversity, where we understand we're part of the whole, and we can collaborate.
So sorry, hang on a minute. There's a part I want to, because you're very intellectual and you know your stuff really well, so I just need to understand it. For me, because I'm the laywoman, and I don't get it. So you're at the society, and they're saying in order for us to survive as a species, humanity has to decide what?
Choose whether it wants to be an ecologically based civilization or an extinct species.
What is an ecologically based civilization?
It's civilization
other
based
than
on
having no teenagers, which
it's ecologically based, where it's based on ecology, not economy. So it comes from abundance, it comes from collaboration, it comes from synergies, it comes through understanding and operating on the level where you can collaborate and create synergies with people who are diverse, who are different than you. Where you say, I want to work with you because you are different, therefore you complement me, Therefore, when you and I will work together, we can create more with less. And that's how
we're not to be afraid of the unknown, actually.
Yeah.
What we're doing is to embrace it and use it to help us to develop onto another level.
Yeah, because a lot of people now say and they feel they want to collaborate. I think they understand and feel it's the age of collaboration and connections, but we are wired still different. And I've noticed a lot of women who were successful say, I want to collaborate, but they collaborate with the people who are like them, like lawyers with lawyers, bankers with bankers, but put them to one project and train them to actively look for someone different. It's still creating maybe fear. It doesn't make them feel at home, and that's where I feel also our development is needed. So we actively look for people who are different to work on projects.
Well, I mean, that's human nature, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, human nature is to like people that look like us. Where do you think apartheid came from? This is where the whole concept of racism exists, because genocide comes from that. It's like, you don't look like me, I'm just going to kill you.
Yeah.
And, you know, it has a certain cleanliness to it. It's not massively helpful, of course, but it's very pure of thought.
Yeah, but that's where I believe would make the difference, and that's how we work with women, and that's how we, you know, inspire them and develop them and train them and educate them to be able to increase their muscle. Mm-hmm.
So how do you? Okay, so because that's just, I mean, it literally to the your normal person, that would be me, because I'm in this instance I'm deeply normal, because I find what you're doing this incredible, huge, overreaching, wonderful idea. But where's the beginning of the string? Where do we start as everyday women? Where do we join in? How do we help? What does that all mean to me every day today?
Yeah. Do you want to ask me a question, specific question? How?
Yeah, how? Okay. What is, I mean, let's start with the basics. When you say extraordinary women, what's your definition of an extraordinary woman?
Yeah, an extraordinary woman for me is a woman whose vision is bigger than herself and her immediate family. So this is a woman that will wake up one day and say, I feel very successful, but I'm not fulfilled. You know, something is missing. I feel I'm not making the difference maybe I came here to make. And she's starting to ask questions. This is the fundamental step. And then she's asking the question, and then she's discovering, wow, this is the gift I got. These are my talents. These are my passion. This is why I came here on the planet. This is my purpose. Oh, wow, if I can just free myself from the past and not worrying what people think or whatever people, you know, I experienced in the past, and I'm free, then I can maybe create what I really desire for. Maybe I can, if I'm not happy at my work, and I maybe work 20 years to become a partner with consultancy, that's not going to make me happy. So I'm like, I get this power to resign. We had a client who was in one of the big consultancy companies for 18 years. She worked hard to be a partner. And then when she went through our education, she discovered, wow, I'm very creative. I'm visionary. I never taught myself to be visionary because she was very mechanical in her work. She had to be an auditor, and she was very successful at that. Then she realized, wow, but this is not going to make me happy. My passion is something completely different. And she resigned. And to the company, it was unheard of because they said, well, you worked 18 years to be here, and we want to make you partner next week. Why are you resigning? But for her, it was not her authentic self. But the role and the job she created after she left, when she was in the new job, she told me, she said, Bea, for the last 20 years, I didn't wake up excited. And today and last week in this new job that I created for myself with a different company based on my passion and my strengths and purpose, I wake up in the morning excited. I can't wait to be at work, you know?
That's fantastic. And
amazing.
It's true. It does make people feel so wonderfully happy. I mean, but, okay, let's break that down. Why did you're saying that she left because she was unfulfilled?
When she went through our education, she realized she's not fulfilling her potential. She realized that the job, becoming a partner, is not on the pathway of her to be truly happy and fulfilled. And she discovered things about herself she didn't know. She discovered her talents. She decided her strengths. She discovered what she really cares about. And then inside that new job, she realized she can be a change maker. She can make a difference to society in a way, in an area that really she cares about. And she can become a leading figure in the country in that area.
Why did she start working with you in the first place?
she started working with us in the first place because she had this question. I'm not fulfilling my potential, but I don't know what it is. I'm successful, but I'm not fully happy. And she also felt tired. A lot of us, when we are not on our pathway, we will feel tired. But sometimes we come to believe that there is no other way, of course. So she was asking these questions. And we have a lot of women who are coming to our field asking these questions. I'm successful. And a lot of times, you know what's interesting, Gita? A lot of times they feel they can't tell it to anyone else. So they start doing this training on their own.
Who's going to sympathize? Yeah. Who will sympathize with you when you're successful and, visibly successful? And the energy of money is the only currency by which that's defined, right?
Yeah. And they feel they cannot even say to anyone else because they will feel they're not grateful. And a lot of time they will say, please don't think I'm not grateful, I'm just not happy. And we understand that because we understand they're awakening and they're moving to the high level of consciousness and they're going to redesign their life. But a lot of times to the environment, they will not say it. So the more successful they are, the more unfulfilled inside they are, and the more ungrateful they feel to say it. So it's like
how do women get hold of you then to work with you?
They connect with us through the GFU platform. They can connect with me on Twitter, through my personal website. A lot of times they connect through introduction of someone else, or they will just write saying this is who I am, this is where I come from, this is
Tell me your website, because we're running into the last 20 seconds.
It's www.gifew.org. www.gifew.org.
GIF for Freddie, EW.org.
Yeah. Global Institute for Extraordinary Women.org.
Oh, that's fantastic. We are just coming into the last sort of 5 seconds. So what is the one question a woman should ask herself to know whether she's needs you or not?
Am I happy? Do I feel I'm fulfilling my potential? Do I feel I fulfill why I'm here on the planet?
Wow.
And am I making the difference I came here to make?
Yeah, that's amazing. That's making my whole solar plexus completely go all wobbly and give out lots of energy. They're really profound questions.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me.
So it's Living Raw Radio, and my name is Sidhu-Robb, and it was really cool hanging out with you people. I will speak to you again next week. Till next week. Goodbye.